So if you could at least accept that, and then accept that you're not actually alone and that you are one with the creator, and you are also one with all of the divine messengers in your reality. They're all there meant for you to show you what you believe through all of the experiences that you have with everyone in all areas of your life. Again, experience meaning manifestation. That's all manifestation is. It's the experience, the revelation, the revealing out of the infinite, the portion that you're most aware of. Your reality is always conforming, shifting, and changing according to you. Things are happening right now as you're listening to my video with your specific person. Sometimes, if you're feeling like nothing is happening when you've been wanting to manifest your specific person or money, better health, or promotion, if you have an idea for a new business, or you want to create art or music, or you're an actor, anything that you feel in your soul is done. You wouldn't be able to even want that unless that already existed. Some of you really think that your inner work is making something happen, but your inner work is just allowing yourself to embody who you already actually are beneath all the layers that you didn't realize as you were growing up and living your life just like in the mainstream. You have all these layers of lies around you. So you're limited in what you can actually perceive and what you can see, but opportunities for in all areas of your life are literally right there in front of you. With your true love, with your specific person, things do happen instantly, but in most cases, you're not going to actually see the evidence of it, but that doesn't mean that it's not happening. But then when you continue to embody somebody in fear and lack, your life is you showing you what you are and what you believe through your perception of what you're experiencing. So anyway, before I get further into this, if you do love me and my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your true love specific person, what I like to call mirror soul, email, not Marisol, Mirror Soul, email a short description to Kim@coreunion.com. Go to my website, coreunion.com, book either a single session or a package. My scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session. And all of the success stories that I've shared on this channel are in the specific person Deep Soul Connection playlist. If you want some inspiration and watch some of that, a lot of helpful information. If you listen to the success story, take notes on the things that I'm sharing with you are the things that they did, because that in itself, these are all teaching lessons for you for free. Anyway, if you want coaching though, of course I can help you. By the way, remember that you're manifesting your entire life. So you want to make sure that you're not making everything only about one area of your life, because then you put that on a pedestal, meaning that you think you can't have it, and that keeps you in lack energy. So like I was saying, when I was manifesting my interior design business previously. So if you're new here, let me just introduce myself really quick. My name is Kim. I created this channel to help people live out their true purpose of who they actually are by realizing that they're not separate from their creator, God, universe, source, infinite intelligence, whatever you like to label that, that doesn't matter. And realize that they are one with that and that their desires are meant for them. So years ago, decades ago, I didn't want to just teach without the actual like hands-on experience. So I created this amazing business with absolutely not 1 hour of retail experience, not one day of any form of school or education in business, in running a business, never mind retail, never mind furniture or interior design. So I decided just to go all in. Anyway, I've shared a lot of videos on different stories. It ended up becoming a business that was award winning for over 15 years, making $100,000 a month. And so I learned a lot during that time. And so I wanted to do that so then I could actually teach. So the business itself was meant to be living, breathing proof that anybody can do anything, even if by 3D standards, they should fail miserably, because I should have failed miserably, like immediately. I had no idea what I was doing. So now I'm teaching from experience. And what I've seen in my own life and in my clients' lives, whether it is about a specific person or any other area of your life, when you embody from the power of knowing who you truly are, your reality always shifts and changes. It's normal to have doubts. It's normal to have fears. It's normal to have moments of wondering if you're wasting your time or to get triggered. None of those things are ruining your manifestation. It simply delays the manifestation if you stay in it. When you feel your ego is starting to play tricks on you and starting to tell you, trying to protect you, that you're wasting your time, you're delusional, this isn't true, nothing's happening, you may as well just give up on this. As soon as you feel that, or if you're comparing yourself to others, as soon as you feel that, realize that that feeling you're feeling is a signal that you are not in your power, that you're not actually realizing that you and God are one and that your desire is already made. I think sometimes a lot of you aren't realizing when it's time to shift out of this kind of energy that's starting to creep in through like resistance starting, versus when it's time to revise and surrender and hand it over to the greater God that will and is handling everything for you. Trust me, it is just the way it works. I don't understand when some of you say, if I was with my specific person, I wouldn't be visualizing and imagining things. Or if I won the lottery, I wouldn't be playing a, a quick pick or a ticket. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking about these things. So maybe this is meant for some people. I don't understand that, because if we're alive, we're thinking. And if we're thinking, we're imagining. And even if you're somebody who says you can't imagine and see things clearly, it doesn't matter. Whether you see things clearly or you just sense them, or if you just see shadows, but you just know what it is, or if you see crystal clear and very, very vivid, it doesn't matter. You've always been manifesting, which only means experiencing. A manifestation, all that it is the revelation which you're experiencing. But what's being revealed to you in that revelation is just a portion of the infinite that was already created by your creator. And everyone is the creator having a human experience. It's not that you are the only one alive. When people teach the law of assumption, the law of one, the law of consciousness, your I am awareness, from more of a nihilistic or solipsism way of teaching it, that can be very toxic and cause a lot of depression with people. So try to just realize what the difference is. God created all of us. We're all individualized expressions of the one. So we're all the creator pushed out, having an experience so we can all kind of love each other and experience things together. We're all one. We're not separate. We're not really truly separate from each other. This is already proven. My mother sometimes will text me and say, honey, I love your videos. But I have a bruise because I banged something hard So how can you tell me things aren't solid? If you were to take all of the atoms, I think what our bodies are made up of like 7 octillion atoms or something like that. There are there are umpteen amounts of galaxies, But anyway, it's just unfathomable. We can't actually conceive of the power and the divinity is what I'm trying to express here. But if you were to take all the atoms of all the people around the world, you and condense the solid parts of all of us, so billions and billions of people, that would be the dense solidified matter, the particle form could fit in the size of a sugar cube. Imagine that. Separation itself is the illusion. So anyway, like I was saying previously, you have all of these layers, like the true you, the divine you, the powerful you, who you truly are, the God within you, the goddess, that's already who you are. Beneath all of it, in your core, that's who you truly are. You've grown up thinking in a very linear, three-dimensional way, in this kind of Newtonian material world way. So if you could at least accept that, and then accept that you're not actually alone, and that you are one with the creator, and you are also one with all of the divine messengers in your reality. They're all there meant for you to show you what you believe through all of the experiences that you have with everyone in all areas of your life. Again, experience meaning manifestation. That's all manifestation is. It's the experience, the revelation, the revealing out of the infinite, the portion that you're most aware of. That was a really good stream of consciousness. So when I had this interior design business that I was referring to earlier, I remember there was this time, and I shared this once before, when I really needed to go away. I needed to get away because I was starting to get really burnt out and I was frazzled. And I was like, God didn't create me to suffer through this. This is God's business, and God's business is always successful. So why am I worried about this? You can always ask yourself, no matter what you're manifesting, true love with your specific person, a life together, better health, and again, all these other things that I mentioned earlier, whatever is in your heart and soul, you already have everything it takes to have whatever that is. Just you don't know it yet. When I was starting to feel myself dip into fear, resistance, would God worry about this? Or God didn't create me to suffer. I really wanted to go away to my favorite place that I used to love to go to on a regular basis to get away. Financially, anybody who was only living and thinking, owning a business from a 3D linear perspective would have said, you cannot go away right now. You absolutely cannot go away right now. I had hardly any money in the bank. To stay where I wanted to stay would probably cost, I don't know, I'm just guessing, like say a few $1,000s for, a few days of vacation. I said, no, F it, F this. I need to go away. So I just trusted, and day after day, I would affirm that I just had X amount of dollars come in, like X amount of dollars, whether it was 10, 20, 30,000, 50,000, whatever it was that I was saying. I don't remember exactly. But then another day would go by and it would be crickets in the store and nothing would happen. Or maybe I would get $300 in sales, or maybe I would get $1,000 in sales, or $4,000 or 5,000, or maybe another day with nothing. But each day as this happened, I was celebrating. Throughout the day, I maintained my I am awareness, and I maintained trust that everything that needed to happen was happening. In other words, I knew that clients right now, presently, when I was in the store, right now, I would wake up, right now, I would do my inner work, and then I would decide. I knew and I trusted that the right clients were checking out my website. People were taking measurements of their rooms. People were picking out the sofas they wanted, the chairs, the colors that they wanted. Clients that I've already worked with were making up their mind and deciding they wanted to give me the business. So every day that passed, the money still wasn't what I wanted it to be. I gave thanks for it. If it was $300, I gave thanks for it. If it was $10, I gave thanks for it. If it was nothing, I gave thanks for it. If it was 5,000, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because to me, it didn't matter if it was $1 or $10,000 or $100,000. It's all good. It's all equal to God. and I know that I wouldn't desire this unless that already existed. I booked the trip. Let's just say, for example, it was such a slow week. So day after day, it was, this money wasn't coming in the way it needed to with all of the bills that were due. It was one client who came in. She obviously visited me in the store, and I had given her estimates to do her whole house. And if it was Saturday that I was leaving, it was like Friday evening, like around 4:45 p.m. The store closed at 5. So it was right at the last minute she came in. And let's just say, for example, I don't remember, it was either a 25,000 or a $30,000 sale. It was a giant, juicy sale. While I was living from the end and embodying and letting go while I was fearing and not allowing my limiting beliefs to scare me or to get a hold of me, I continued to let it go, release it, surrender it over when I needed to, go within, give thanks. So again, if I had a $10 day, I was like, thank you for $15,000 or thank you for $20,000. And I was celebrating. Energetically, I was celebrating. And I was excited and I was seeing myself on vacation in my favorite place, no matter what. Not saying that it was easy. There were days, of course, that there was some triggering and spiraling thoughts, but I handled myself and I overcame my fears and I regulated myself without all of these, so how do I regulate myself? Deep breathing. To me, breath equals God. So deep breathing, going out for a walk, jumping up and down, shaking my body, making sure that also throughout the day, every hour to 2 hours, I take a moment to breathe and to live from the end. Somewhere midday, spend 10 minutes just breathing and meditating and maybe a few minutes of visualizing or saying some affirmations. Okay. And so what was happening while I was day in and day out, not seeing what I wanted to see? She was making up her mind that instead of going to Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel or West Elm or Our House, Restoration Hardware, she was making the decision without me seeing it. I just want her to do my whole house. I just want her to do Kim to do my whole house. But I didn't see evidence of that. Now, a lot of people living just in the linear thinking, three-dimensional thinking, trusting in the material world would have been freaking out, who knows, canceling trips, maybe taking loans out, maybe fearful that she did go elsewhere. And then I'm in that energy, and that's just going to bring me more and more of that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Your reality is always conforming, shifting, and changing according to you. Things are happening right now as you're listening to my video with your specific person. You know what the word allow means? Allow everything to happen. Allow things to happen the way they need to. Don't be fearful. Don't be doubting or scared of the time or in a rush. Because as soon as if you're impatient, if you're fearful, who are you and what are you being? If you really understand that your reality is you conforming to you, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry. Put that, hopefully you don't hear that. Sorry. If you really understand that, then get control of yourself. Stop. Just literally get control of yourself and stop. This is why I believe that my teaching helps so many people, because I actually give you structure and framework, the tools that you need to handle yourself, to overcome yourself, the fears, not your true self, the limiting beliefs. Affirm down below, I'm not separate from my desires. My desires are done. Me and my true love each other. Our life together is harmonious, stable, and secure. If you need me, just reach out. I love you. Bye.